Okay, we're Artanis. Oh, and we're red. That's an ugly color. So as Artanis, it's always good to go fast T2 because most of your good units are T2. The only good unit that is T1 is the Dragoon. Very good unit, but you mostly use it for anti-air because it has a nice range and it does damage bonus versus armored. It's also surprisingly good versus anything that Forazun has, early game at least, and even late game. But at some point versus Forazun you will need Archons for the area of effects. So I'm versus Dehaka. So I'll go fast C3 because Tempest is basically one unit that he has a hard time to counter. So you can basically just do Mass Tempest and it works perfectly fine. Sometimes you might be tempted to add some Phoenix for the Mutas, but they're not that strong versus Mutas. You could also be interested in the late game when he has a fucking lot of Mutas to add some Archons, even though it can be heated and it can uh, this bonus damage to the Haka. So when the Haka hits it's a massive unit, he gets a bonus. I think his attack gets stronger, and when he hits something psionic like an Archons, something which is energy, it also gets some bonus, which is basically an explosion. Okay, so basically when he will eat the Archons, it will make an explosion around him. So Archons is one of the things that you want to avoid against the Aka, but in the late game, his Muta stacks so much that they do amazing damage. So at one point, it become worth it, basically. So my ally is also versus the Haka. For him, it's a good matchup. For him, it's an easy matchup. Statman do great versus Dehaka, even though you use a lot of Battle Carrier Lord, which he doesn't use a lot by the way, but versus Dehaka, Battle Carrier Lord are very strong and they have been nerfed recently. Okay, this upgrade is one of the only reason Tempests are strong, so I'll do it even for one Tempest. But as a general rule of thumb, don't do upgrade for just one unit, it's most of the time bad. But there's some exception, and this is one exception. Just want to make sure it target the Haka. This spell does 500 damage just by itself here over 10 seconds, so it's basically strong. Spell, strong. Okay, that's the lesson of today. This integration is strong. So he's hitting my Tempest. Oh, what does he deal? So these sculptors are very good all-round units. You want to do them versus in almost all matchup. They're weak versus maybe Nova's Banshees, maybe Alarak's Vanguards. Um, and you need that have a shit ton of AoE, but most of the time it's good, and most of the time it's good to add at least two. Let's say two. Okay. Um, and in most of the matchup they are very powerful. The only thing you have to do, you have to micro them a bit. You want them to unload their shit before the fight, because if they oh shit no, if they do it before the fight, it will be kind of hard for them to do damage because the eggs will be attacked already. And oops, shit. I'm talking, I'm doing shit. Okay. So you don't want up. So you don't. You want to like he does. Like you just before the bunker, he already unloaded them. Oh, it's chilled now. Maybe it was slightly too late, but I think it's a good thing to shield him because he has a shitload of units when he unload this thing, and it's 100 shield per unit. 100 per unit. So it doesn't make sense to do it for 3 units. So most of the time, as you are Tanis, it's not worth it to do it on your wave, to use your ultimate on your wave. Last one is doing Swamos versus Alarak. So Swamos can be good versus Alarak, but you have to complement it to do some other thing, like typically Ravazors or Hydras. By itself, it's not strong, so he's probably a beginner. We'll try to help. Wait, did I hit him? Sure, did I hit him? Yes. go back on auto attack. He's relying on his turret to do damage to my Tempest, but it's not enough. At his point, if I were him, I would go straight to Muta, which is his best here. I mean, you could do also some Hydras, it's perfectly fine, but you will need some Mutas at some point, because Mutas is your best here, and actually it beats Tempest. And this is one of the reasons this matchup is hard. Because Mutas beat Tempest. Benikin, our friend, is still relying on his strategy. Usually hosts are very powerful if they can stack, so you want some other army to make them alive, because right when the Haka is dead, they will go kill the host, and it will stay for only one wave, and that's very bad. So as the Haka, you want to make your host survive. So this is bad. Just with a few more units, oh shit, yeah. With a few more units, you could make it so much worth it, so much more worth it. You can make it stack. Here they cannot help my wave, but if they can help two wave, they're worth it. He goes C3, good Noni knows. I hope he doesn't go Creeper. I mean versus Larak, you want Ravazors. Maybe Hydras. And also Lurker, because the hero is very tanky, and Lurkers is like your best the best thing you can do for single target damage. So he answer air, so maybe he will do something smart. Adding Hydras. Just want to make sure that the AK gets a shot, then they get shot on whatever, I don't really care. I'm really interested how will he react. Maybe I could ask him if he could add like a few oh shit. Okay, this is a very good anti-air when there's a shit ton of air units, because it was one spell who does like AoE, and it like do like 100 damage on a lot of units, and it can shoot air with this, but it's not really your best air unit, your best anti-air unit. Especially if there is like 2 units, it's not very good. But at least it will tank for the host. I mean, it's very tanky, 1500 HP. So at least it will tank for the host and maybe help them to stack, which will make them worth it. If your host stack is really a good unit, you just have to make sure it can stack. I will shield. It's tempting to shield just right between two waves so that the two waves kind of benefit from it, but usually when you do this, it's kind of too early for the next wave, so the shield disappear before it's really used. I mean, right now, yes, the shield right disappear, and they haven't even used them, so it was too early. But it seems a good idea, but it's not. So you have to make sure that at least one wave benefit fully from the shield. And 1 second. You have to make sure that at least one wave benefit fully from the shield. So do it kind of late, just before the fight, maybe slightly before, like I did, but not too much before. It doesn't make sense. So my deck has stayed on the ground, so there is no real need to add something else. The game will not be that long, but maybe at some point I could add Archons. But there's not enough unit for it being worth it, so we will win the game with this. So the only thing you need to micro with Sartanis is the disintegration. If you just make sure that you don't waste it on the wave before, it's fine. As long as you're on the other side of the mid, you don't even need to micro. Oh, I could keep one. But when you have that many, all you need get disintegration by the almost. So you don't really need to micro. Just make sure that the big unit gets it. Because 500 damage is something that you cannot ignore. It's one of the main reasons Tempests are powerful. I mean, they're not powerful by themselves. Um, they're powerful because of this upgrade. Basically, Tempest is an anti-big units because of this spell. So you use them versus Dehaka, who has a lot of big units and has some trouble to counter air. And you also use it versus Phoenix a lot, because Phoenix has a lot of heroes, a lot of units that has a shit tons of HP. I could do a third gas, but I want to finish the game right now. Okay, next wave I should have a load of. I should save a disintegration for him. What you could do also that is like easy micro tip is that if you want to just save one disintegration for the next wave, you just right click on one tempest. I'll show you. I'll do it. So attack upgrade are not really worth it on tempest since the main damage output is the disintegration. At this point, maybe you can add the +1 or the +2, but because I have like almost 3 rows. But even though it doesn't change that much, because when you do 60 damage, I mean you're the more you have damage, the more you will overkill your targets, and the more you're likely to waste your HP, to waste your damage somehow. So I just right click at 1, I can hit it to 2, so I can make sure that this one, for example, yes, the Tyra, what what range? Sometimes the range is short. The integration. Anyway. Okay, I will shield with him. Boom. I did it right before the fight. I think it's still the best way to do it. Maybe very slightly before, but those one will not be useful anyway. The shield will worn off right now, so they would not they didn't benefit. They wouldn't have if I've done it slightly later. I've changed much. GG. Come on, buddy. So I think I won a lot like lately. I have like almost only wins because I played a lot in teams, so of course it helped. When you look at it like the last 8 days, joy of playing in team. Um, So I'm Dehaka. So let's start with Dehaka. And I will do the roar. This is the only ability that I use whatever the matchup is. Roar is his best ability, the one that changed so much the fight. It's also the one that you probably benefit the most from microing, even probably more than the Bivor, except in some situation. If you do it when all these are in the circle, you have like 70 less attack speed. It's like huge. It means that they do nothing. I saw who I am versus. So Dehaka in the middle, Nova on the right, and I have either Farazun or Karax. I could do some Hydras. They are good versus both. But if it's for Farazun, I will if it's Karax, I will want some Mutas. In both cases, Hydras are good, I guess. I mean, Hydras is the kind of unit that are not like extremely good, but they can devour. That will be useful. Yeah, I'm afraid of Cloak now. Round I haven't seen someone. And oh, it's Karax, okay. So with Karax I want to go Mutas very early, and often it ends with a fight that is in the air. It's all about air domination. Karax, technically my my air is stronger, but if he starts, but we are very close level basically, and if he start doing air, like if I didn't anticipate anything, and right now he put like 20 mirages, and I went anti-ground. Basically, he won the game. There is nothing I can do to come back in the game because I will be always behind in the muta and anti-air count, and if I'm behind, I cannot win because we are about the same strength in the air. So So I go Muta very early. Muta is my main anti-air. What do I do? Oops. I... Is he going straight to carrier? Sounds like he's going straight to carrier to me. I need to take care of my laundry. Okay. So... That's the leaks. Oh, he was AFK actually. Okay. Shit. There is some leaks from Nova. What is he doing? Okay. Blue versus Ghost, you want nukes? Yeah, it's fine too, I guess. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Do I do some mutas? Or edge Idras? Or I do it, this is always strong versus the ground. Here, yeah, I can do like this versus the ground. It's always a very strong unit. Either do Mutat, because nothing shoot in the air except the Immortals with their ability, but it's not like an anti-air unit, so I will force him into the air by doing this. Either just do some anti-ground, or I could add some Hydras. I don't want to make too many Hydras. I don't want to make too many Hydras because they don't scale that well, but I can do like a full line. I could do up to 20. It's totally fine. And the locker will be useful for the next wave if I have this upgrade, yes. Because the locker are extremely good versus big units like this one, for example. Um, I don't really need the range for now. Passive is nice. Let's do this. It'll be useful later. Yeah, I should eat first to prevent the immortals to do full damage to me. Those lockers destroyed this Dehaka. So it was a good idea. I think my opponent hasn't had units since a long time, so maybe he's going carrier? Or Colossi? Oh yeah, Colossi. I should be careful before adding too many of those. I'll go mute after. This is already too much, maybe. Too many. Ghost versus Tychus is one thing that became popular for some reason that I'm not sure why. It can seem strong because early game, for some reason that I don't really understand, ghosts are powerful and they do some damage, and it seems that they work. But the more the game goes on, the less it's the case actually, and usually you're better off doing the standard Marauders Liberators. That's often a better idea. So I put my unit in line to have a nice concave. I try to take the whole width so that my concave is as big as possible. As the Haka, you always have more benefit to take gas than with the other commanders because your gas also equals to your XP that allows you to level up. It's the same with Mansk. So that's the two commander where you're more inclined to gas even though you're almost won. But gassing when you're losing is still a bad idea in my opinion because more often than not you will win less by gassing than you win than having mid. So mid is still the top priority. But when you win, you're. I mean, for example, last game I said, "Oh, I'm not sure it's worth gassing because we won. We will win soon anyway." With the Haka, even if you win soon, it might be interesting to gas. I don't do this upgrade because I don't face any R, but it's without any doubt the strongest upgrade of the Haka, of the Mutalisk of the Haka. Ah, Creeper. I should react to this. Scarx 23, so I can expect some carrier. No, maybe Colossi. Colossi would be probably more clever in this situation. Because carrier, you need a few of them for them to be effective. And also I have a shit ton of Hydras. And actually, yeah, I'm not sure. Because he was also facing Super Gary, so that changes a bit also. This is a standard Jerkzork player. Sometimes lately he plays some. Nice, that seems like a good player. Okay, I'm Raynor. So I, Raynor, like to start with Nikara, or Nikara Jr. Because there is several builds, and in most builds I like to do some bio, but in some I don't, and I don't like to start building if I don't know who I'm facing. For example, with Tychus I would like some bio but only Marauders, versus Carax I would like some bio but mostly Marines. Oh, it's Tychus. So yeah, basically my build versus Tychus is Marauders, Banshees, and Battle Cruisers. Um, I'm always on the edge if I start with Banshees or Marauders. Marauders sounds nice because as Banshees, his usual answer is Sirius, and Siriuses are more and therefore vulnerable to. I can do a few for next round, so I have something. Yeah, also I will force one unit for next round. Not this round, of course, you won't have the money, but if I don't do anything, uh, bad Tychuses will do something anyway. Even though as Tychus you really need to know what your opponent is doing. For example, if I'm doing Mass Marauders, maybe he wants a Cannonball. If I'm doing Mass Banshee, maybe he wants Sirius. If I'm going Battle Cruiser, maybe he wants Vega. So you really, as Tychus, you really have to adapt. You cannot decide what you want to do and the other has to adapt. It's really the other way around. It's really the other way it works. So maybe he will have committed to one unit, hopefully. I could also skip Marauder and go straight to BC. That's also work. Yeah, he has committed to one unit. I know that's not my that's his Tychus. Oh shit. Also straight to Hyperion. That's also Hyperion is very good versus Tychus because he cannot like Vegate. Okay, he committed to something. That is absolutely useless in my scenario. I mean, what? You see what I was talking about here. So this is officially a bad Tychus. Maybe he anticipated I was going. I am tempted to go straight to BC or even straight to Hyperion. I mean, at 6 minutes, I will have 3 mules. That's 600 francs or minerals. So I need 1050 and I will have this. I will have my Hyperion before 6 minutes. So I did Marauders. Oh shit. Oh, this changes a lot. Okay, but I get it. It's a Tychus, so he's no more Tychus versus Tychus. So right now I will be facing Dehaka also. Dehaka and Tychus. So maybe Battlecruiser is still good. I could go to my initial plan. Banshees are also very good versus Dehaka and also versus Tychus. So yeah, maybe I'll stick to my plan. Maybe I'll add some Banshees. I'm not sure if I could go straight to Hyperion, but it also can be a good idea. I'll go straight to Hyperion. And I don't need to change the plan for Dehaka. Dehaka is really similar to Tychus in the way you play it versus as you know, you like Banshees, you like Battlecruiser and Hyperion. Maybe you like more Bio versus Dehaka. Bio is good. You can start with Bio and maybe tanks. But and you don't like that much versus Tychus. Maybe except for Marauders. Marauders would also be good. But I think in this scenario he went ground, they don't have a lot of anti-air. We said at 6 minutes I can do it, right? 6 minutes I can do it. It's not next round, right? Unfortunately. Not by a far margin, by 200. 200 would be missing probably. They cannot do it. Yeah, 200 missing. I will have the time, the money also to do the armor. I'm not sure the armor is that useful because there is a tech, but he doesn't have a SAM, so. But he will do one. Maybe the attack is more useful. Not AFK, please. Just thinking my strategy. Okay. Or I could add a BC instead of upgrading, probably more worth it. Don't kill me. I'm not T4! I wasted my mules! Oh my god, I'm stupid. Wow. That was... Wow, that was some stupid shit. That was some stupid shit. I wasted 3 mules. Okay, hopefully I can do it next round anyway. Yeah, I should be able to do it next round anyway. 30 seconds. Who is that? Okay. So Tychus is left anyway. I don't know what he left. Wasted mules, fucking shit. I feel stupid. So usually the Hyperion you want to micro it, at least just the Yamato maybe is useful, but I don't really care. I think we wanna anyway. And versus Daikus it doesn't make that much difference because the area of effect is not very important versus him. So I'll let the AE do his job. The AI. And I'll take care of my laundry. Yes, I have to add unit also. Shit. DC are very good versus. You can also micro the Yamato on the of the BTs. Of course, this one take like forever to recharge, but you can micro the Yamato of the BC to Vega, which is quite nice, quite useful, even though it's not compulsory. He has done a SAM, which is a good reaction with the upgrades. Very good. But even with the upgrade, one SAM is not enough to one-shot him. Even though I don't have enough, I don't have any armor upgrade. So this. Okay, no 3 and this. Okay, no. I'll just try to snap the Vega. He still took control of one unit. Maybe I should go over the SAM. No, but he will have the time to charge for sure. He's microing his lurkers. That's very nice. The, they don't attack automatically Tychus, never, because for the AI there is not enough units in the. There is not enough units in the battlefield for them to use the. Yeah, to use the ability. Start the upgrade. Let's go. Maybe we can finish the game right now. Oh yeah, I should do some Nikaras. Additional Nikara. They help. Especially for the damage reduction. This spell with this upgrade. Heal a mechanical unit take less damage. I just need one, two. I don't have a ton of units. I can do 10 Ikara. She can heal all of my army, which means a huge damage reduction. Ah, she upgraded the. She's T4. She upgraded the domination. It's an upgrade I'm not sure it's good because it seems very good because your unit stays controlled much longer. And it's also synergized very well with the upgrade that restore shield and increase attack speed. This being said, when you have the second upgrade that increases the duration of the domination by 100%, it also makes the unit that you control attackable by my unit, so basically it can get killed. So we said Nikara in the back, of course. Oh shit. Ah. I'll use some front line, some murder in front to try to keep they're very tanky. To keep the Vega away from my BC. Wait, what are you doing here, buddy? Oh, that's some banshees. No, no. I think the damage reduce is really. It will not give any benefits. I don't see how. No links, nor melee units in the field. Clump up. Okay, I think this is it. Shit. Nice, well played. Whoops. Oh, that bad. He had a shit ton of last. So now you know it's a very good player. Son doesn't look great. Ah, fine. He has a lot of loss recently. Ah yes. Often he leaves when he sees playing with me.
d'autres puissent vivre. Pour un avenir meilleur. Arrière roulé. Ordre d'élimination. Certains vont mourir pour que d'autres puissent vivre. Pour un avenir meilleur. Certains vont mourir pour que d'autres puissent vivre.
Pas assez de minerais.
Pour un avenir meilleur. Ordre d'élimination à moi de le ferme. Pour notre... Cible. Certains vont mourir.
Pas assez de minerais.
Je peux pas construire ici. d'autres puissent vivre. Pour un avenir meilleur. Les communications sont brouillées. Ordre d'élimination. Je fais le nécessaire. Passage en automatique. Pour notre ordre d'élimination reçu. 10-2, je vous reçois. Je vous ai parlé. J'attends. À vos ordres. Soldats en attente d'ordre. Ennemi repéré. Ordre des... Pour notre... Certains vont mourir. Je peux pas construire ici. Pour un avenir meilleur. Certains vont mourir pour que d'autres puissent vivre. Mauvaise nouvelle. Assimilation réussie. Hey, qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est parti, mon Loki.
J'ai pas assez de minerais. Pas assez de minerais. Pas assez de
J'envoie le
minerais.
marteau. Mort est là.
Concentré. Mandateur téléportation réussi. Ainsi, je sers. J'entends l'appel. concentré. Anak alors de nef en position. Nous cherchons l'illumination.
systèmes sont ouverts.